Let's be honest with each other. Editing your writing sucks. In this video, I'm going to share with you what my editing process is. Hello, my name is Tanya and welcome to my writing realm. If you haven't been here before, please feel free to take a look around. When you begin that transition from writer to author, the editing process can be this huge learning curve. I remember for myself when I first started editing, I was like, where the hell do I start? Not to mention not knowing how many times do I have to go over the same manuscript over and over and over again. There's so much to look for. Over the first year of self-publishing, I had to learn just how much work goes into the editing process. This is my somewhat of an editing process. Number 1, I reread the entire project one chapter at a time. And each of these steps, I focus on one chapter at a time so that I don't have to go through the entire manuscript over and over. No, instead, I do it one chapter at a time. So the first thing that I watch for is, are the characters staying in character? That includes their dialogue and their actions. Then I also look for the events, that take place in the story and decide whether or not they actually make sense and there are no plot holes. Then I make sure it's actually an interesting story and engaging for readers and that there are no really slow, boring parts. Then I go back to the beginning of the chapter and I look for grammar issues. I basically do a line edit. So I'm watching for glue words, I'm watching for grammar issues, and also the general flow of the sentences. Number 3, then I use ProWritingAid, and I have so many reports or tools that I run. The biggest one would be the real time, also the flow, the glue words, the repeat words. Yes, maybe in another video I will go over exactly what I do with ProWritingAid. Number 4, after I've done all of the self-editing visually and the use of ProWritingAid, then I sit back and listen to my story. Now what I do is I use Word and I use my computer's voice. Now I might just choose one paragraph at a time, one page at a time, or one chapter depending on the length, but there is only so much you can highlight and play at any given time. So what I do is I highlight the section that I choose and I close my eyes and I just listen to the story without looking at the page in front of me. That way I can pick up on anything that doesn't make sense or that sounds wrong or the improper word use, anything that I have missed in all of the previous editing steps. Number 5, I send it out for peer editing, and this is normally with the people that are part of my writing group. So I do it one at a time. Then I go through and edit that person's peer edit, then I send it to the next person, and so on. Number 6, I send it to my paid editor to go through the thorough editing process, and of course I get that back and go through all of the edits. Number 7, I send it to my mom for beta reading. She has this great knack for picking up on things that everybody else has missed, and it might be something small, but if she notices, a reader is going to notice. After all of that is done, I give it one quick read through in certain sections, unless of course I'm absolutely sick of looking at the story, and then I proceed with the publication process. How do you edit your books? Do you have a certain flow like I do, or do you change your flow based on how you feel about that story? Please leave a comment below, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you found this video useful in any way, shape, or form. Have a great rest of your day, afternoon, evening, night, or whatever, and keep writing, and yes, keep editing.